Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Beaver Nation! We will see you on Saturday afternoon! Riley Meister gets the point!
Back into left field! Say goodnight to that baseball!
This is another one! It's back-to-back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas! Needs a point, and it's alive! Hansen pushes it over! Unbelievable! We play on! It's blocked! We're tied! We're tied! Unbelievable!
It is time to crown a champion. Coming to you live from Skeeles Field on the campus of the University of Akron. This is the Kent State/Akron Invite to Championship game on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Should be a fun one. 16-2 NMC, 5-3 Northeast Padres doing battle here. The winner takes home the silverware. The loser back to the drawing board for next week. Once again, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you today. Game number 5, 15 in total this week. It has been a marathon, not a sprint. This week, it's been a very busy one, starting back on Monday with 2 WRCL games, but it all leads up to this. We finally crowned a champion. The first time we're crowning a baseball champion in 2 weeks. Again, didn't do games last weekend due to the storms that we had. But here we are today crowning either the Northeast Padres or NMC Karavic as Kent State and Akron Invite champions. Again, it means a little bit more, no offense to the SEC. This one is an invite. You belong here. You have to prove that you belong here. Both teams have done that so well so far. NMC looking to be the undefeated champions, while the Padres look to rain on their parade. No pun intended. And it'll be a cloudy, overcast-ish evening here in Akron as we are ready to go at 5:43 p.m. First pitch is low for a ball. On the mound of the championship game for NMC, it is Gavin McCune. Ranked number 51, the rising senior out of Canton Central Catholic High School, tops out at around 89 on the mound. You talk about bringing the flamethrower for the final game of the weekend. I think this is more than what they had in mind. The 1-1 swing and a miss from Skeen. It'll go Skeen, Bucci, and DiStefano, just like it did last game for the Northeast Padres. And time is called here from Skeen. I think McCune was ready to go. He is in his rhythm. He is looking really good to start, albeit 3 pitches in. Sitting at 6', 210. Packs a heavy punch from the mound. Skeen does well to stay alive there as it foul tips off of Cotton behind the plate. Slightly different defensive setup today for NMC in this game. McCune on the mound, Cotton behind the plate. Kyle Rand's at first with Cartwright at second. Briggs is at short with Courtney at third. Blomquist is in left, traded with McMillan, who is in right now. And out in center, as always, is Zach Gray. Skeen popper going up the middle and through into center field. It's a leadoff single for the shortstop. The dream start to the game for the Padres. Going down quickly to 2 strikes. It was never going to be an easy battle against McCune. His rhythm, he had it. That little pause could be the difference. The leadoff man is aboard now for Brad Bucci, the center fielder, standing at 5'10", 165 out of Peters Township High School. And now a good drive to right field, but directly to McMillan for out number 1. Doesn't matter if it's Blomquist or McMillan out there. 2 strong corner outfielders making strong plays today for this NMC defense. With one away, Tanner DiStefano will step in, getting his first cuts in the championship game. DiStefano wearing number 34, a rising junior out of Penn Trafford High School. Throw back to first, not going to be in time. Just trying to get creative with how they go about making things happen today. They need to be careful, as any mistake against a team of this caliber is going to be magnified. And you can really say that about both teams, as McCune perfectly finds the zone. Initially, that pitch looked like it was going to smack DiStefano, but good breakage from McCune. Can he be consistent across 5+ innings? That's the big question today. The 0-1, a nice block behind the plate from Cotton. Didn't see him at all in game number 1 today. But the rising senior out of Norway High School, 5'11", 180 in stature. Sub-2 pop time at the low end. 2.15 at the top end. Topping out at around 73 with his catcher velo. So all things considered, a really solid catcher. You have him and Colloran, that 1-2 punch. Colloran over at first base, really a good gadget piece heading to Kent State after next season. 1-2 count on DiStefano. Runner goes, pitch is low, throw down to seconds. That's going to go into center field. And he wants to go to third. The relay is not in time. It'll go wide. And it'll stop there. From corner to corner goes Skeen. And he really risked everything going to third. I mean, there was a really good chance if that throw was a little bit better, he would have been hosed and then some. But in the end, he stays on the bases. And a 2-2 count on DiStefano with Schrock in the on-deck circle, who went 3 for 4 in the last game with an RBI. Can the Padres strike first? The 2-2, sharp grounder over towards short. There's the look back. The throw to 1 is good for out number 2. And Skeen will stay put at third. That's exactly what Briggs had to do. You look the runner, you throw to first, you stick to the basics. This is not going to be an easy matchup. The only thing that you can control defensively are your mechanics. You can't control where they swing, where the ball drops, any of that. If you play fundamentally sound baseball, that's half the battle. Good drive into left field and through. Just past Courtney at third. And it'll be his 4th hit of the day. An RBI single for Tanner Schrock makes it 1-0 in the top of the first inning. And we will watch that one back. Another good swing. 4 for 5, 2 RBIs across 2 games. Not too shabby for the man who is getting the nod on the mound in this championship game for the Northeast Padres. Just a good swing, perfect rip and through. Timely hitting again for this team. It is key. We saw it in the last game, especially in that 10 spot with Beckett Yost. We will not be seeing Yost in this game, at least as of right now. But the idea still lives on that you can be timely with your swings. You can get the ball down in some good places. And from there, take advantage. For NMC in the bottom of the inning, it'll be Gray, McMillan, and Courtney 1 through 3 due up. Ground ball again left side. Nearly a seeing eye single. Instead, it is knocked down between Briggs and Courtney. And just based on the trajectory, you could call that an infield single, and we'll give Blake Leslie the benefit of the doubts. So a really good inning for this offense. And now it is Isner stepping in the EH spot after catching the last game. Can the Padres add on to their already 1-0 lead? Again, this team comes in as the 3 seed, having to, at least seedingly, upset OSF. only in that 3 spot by a matter of 1 run allowed. 11 of the 17 allowed entering today came against the Press On Athletics 17U group. Losing to them 11-6 yesterday. It was pretty much confirmed at that point that NMC was going to be the 1 seed because they allowed basically no runs. This is a team that so far has allowed, on average, a run per game, and this is their run per game. To beat them, you're going to need more than just the 1. Now McCune's 1-1, a swing and a miss from Isner. In the on-deck circle, the man who closed out the last game, R.J. Borghese, took the nod today at 3rd in the championship. Gavin McCune just needs to get out of this inning and get his offense up. Nearly did it there, but fouled back. A good survival cut. But overall, a really impressive start to this game for the Northeast Padres. Maybe seen as the underdogs on paper again, as I've been saying. NMC has been my favorite since day 1 of this tournament. Just because of how dominant they have been across the board. You go to the Elite Midwest Classic, the other NMC Karavic team bowing out to Press On Athletics, who now play OSF for the title. One NMC Karavic team looking for the win, but a good drive into left field may put that in jeopardy. They will send home the lead runner, and he will score with ease. It's an RBI single for Levi Isner, the 4th single of the inning, and that'll make it 2-0 Northeast Padres. Timely hitting yet again. This group is having a field day at the plate. And already, in 2/3 of an inning, the Padres have scored more runs than NMC has been allowing per game on average in this tournament. Can they keep it going with Borghese in the 7th spot? Not there, but a good swing fouling it off. A good aggressive jump on Gavin McCune. His offense will need to do the same again. It's Gray, McMillan, and Courtney. Courtney already with a home run today. The only home run that we have seen here today at Skeeles Field, and as it was tanked over the left field hill. Not just the wall, over the hill. Don't think it made its way onto the street, but it could have. Who knows? I'm sure Owen does. The 0-1 taken for strike 2. McCune staying competitive here. Now needs to go for the knockout punch. Can't allow much more than just the 2 runs. What a start, though, for the 3 seed. The 0-2 is low. I mean, these runs definitely do put a little target on the Padres' back going forward. But a manageable target. It's one that they'll definitely wear with honor. McCune again trying to get out of the inning. The 1-2 skips a little away from Cotton. I guess they're a little more aggressive than Leslie, as he was more ready to go over at first in comparison to the second baseman. 2-2 counts. Borghese 6'2", 234, a 93.6 exit velo. One of the more powerful hitters in this lineup. And that's why a laser up the middle falls in center field. Lead runner Leslie will come home. The play at the plate is not in time. That ball gets airmailed, and everybody else will take an extra base. Put 2 runners in scoring position. Now 3-0 Northeast Padres. Their 4th base hit in a row. 2nd consecutive RBI single. The Padres are jiving and vibing in downtown Akron. This is exactly what they needed and then some. Even more so for NMC. You really can't allow anything more than this. Who would have thought? Now Nieswender, a bunch of walks, his first game today. Can he do something at the plate? He wants to show off his 97-mile-per-hour exit velo. And we'll also see his sub-2 pop time behind the plate in the bottom of the inning. But right now, a 2-0 count. And this puts Coach Karavic in a really weird spot. Who do you have to throw that's left? Or how many guys can you recycle? The 2-0, there for strike 1. I also do think you kind of let McCune work out of this. See how bad it is. If it's 5-0, maybe you think about it. 2-1 low for ball 3. But if this is a walk or anything, you have to go out and talk to him. He had great rhythm early on. Leadoff single for Skeen, and then back-to-back outs. Since then, all singles. And now a good drive deep to left field, still going back, and that ball is gone! A 3-run shot for Cole Nieswender, and that'll make it 6-0 Northeast Padres. Second home run of the championships, the first for the Padres, and they're looking like their counterparts in San Diego. What a drive, just where Courtney hit his, and those Padres are pumping it up. Courtney's was nice, but Nieswender's a little bit better. And indeed, he did show off his 97-mile-per-hour exit velo. Every bit of it. What a start. Entering this game, NMC had allowed 5 runs in this tournament. They have allowed 6 in 2/3 of an inning. I mean, unbelievable. Not at all what was expected entering this championship game. And now it is Shelton coming in. McKeon able to find the zone for strike one. Again, this offense, they need one heck of a rapid response in the bottom of the first. Good catch on the tip there from Cotton, an 0-2 count. How does NMC respond to adversity? You don't like the situation, but you like the test. In their mind, a 6-run head start for this Padres team. That press-on group that they beat plated 11 on them. It's still manageable. You just have to do some damage control in the bottom of the first. And we will be heading there shortly. High pop-up over towards third. And caught. The inning is over. Courtney able to get underneath that one. But he is not the only home run hero today anymore. A 3-run shot for Cole Nieswender, the catcher. From 3-0 to 6 we go. Middle of one. And MC's offense, it has been potent this entire tournament run. They need to be once again when we return. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. The Northeast Padres offense has arrived in Ohio. A 6th spot in the top of the first inning. Schrock, Isner, Borghese each bringing in 1. And Cole Nieswender, the catcher, bringing in 3 on a 3-run shot over the left field wall. With this NMC offense, you can never count them out. But it's a first pitch strike, a good start on the mound. As it'll be Tanner Schrock trying to go and get this win for the Padres. 5-3 entering play here. A chance to make it 6-3. The 0-1 skips in. Again, Zach Gray, Aiden McMillan, and Owen Courtney, 1-3 due up. Then after that, Collar Moore, Blomquist, Cotton Briggs, Cartwright, and Cole Leach in the 10 spots. The 1-1, a good swing, but foul towards the fans that are sitting on the pavement. You have fans all across the way here at Skeeles Field. You have plenty in the lower bowl below us. You have some in chairs off towards the left side and going down the line. And I believe one out in center field. The 1-2. There it is for strike three looking. And Tanner Schrock continues his great all-around day. It's 1 up, 1 down. If this Padres team can continue to pitch and play like this in general, this is going to be one of their best games of the season. I would say with relative confidence, this is their toughest opponent so far. This NMC team, again, can easily come out here and play 6 of their own for all we know. First pitch to McMillan misses high for ball 1. Schrock, 6'4", 190. Beyond all of his exploits today at the plate, he also has a 4.5 GPA, which is quite impressive. McMillan, fly ball sent into center field, and it will easily be tracked down and caught for out number 2. Bucci right underneath that one, a simple fly ball from McMillan, and that'll bring us to Owen Courtney, the third baseman. Again, had that 2-run homer back in the semifinals in the 1 o'clock window today. Seems like a lifetime ago that it happened. And he'll take strike 1. Again, we'll take that home run earlier, as I'm sure Tri-C will as well. As Owen Courtney will go and look to be a key contributor from day 1 in Parma. And he's a key contributor right here. A 2-out laser beam into left field. And Owen Courtney will give NMC their first base runner of the championship game. Another really good, sound level swing. This kid can play. And that's why I'm so confident he is going to be so successful at Tri-C. He brings everything that the guys who have been successful before him brought as well. He has the offense, he has the defense, he has the know-how. He's just an infield version of Jackson Bowles, in my opinion, which, if that's your comp at Tri-C, considering how much good he did for the program, you'll take it going forward. I don't think you'll think twice about that one. Now it's Braden Colloran, the first baseman, stepping in. Throw back to first, not in time. And I'm sure if Courtney's not really a base runner right now, he will be after a few days at Tri-C. Still do not have their fall schedule, but once we do, I'm sure we'll be at least 1 or 2 doubleheaders for Tri-C as we make our way out there as much as we can. Again, throwback again, and a nice solid dive. Courtney coming out of New Philadelphia High School. So another great find in the depths of Ohio. Look over at our friends at KSU Tufts. They'll bring in plenty of guys from around that area too. And Claymont, which you look at Cale Poland this past season for Tri-C. He as well hails from Claymont High School. So kind of southeastern Ohio. A lot of good talent. You just have to know where to look. The 1-1, Colloran, a good take. In the second for the Padres, it'll be White, Skeen, and Bucci. So 10-1-2 due up for them. Looking again for their 6th win of the season and a big tournament title. The 2-1 will run inside for ball 3. After Colloran, it turns over to Blake Moore, the EH. Which again, if he has any pitches left, he could be called upon soon to come out and throw. Would be surprised if he has anything left in the tank, but you never know. The 3-1, Colloran fights it off, and we are full. But this is the championship game that we kind of expected coming in today. And so far, it's the Padres rising to the occasion and playing some great baseball on the road out of state. Again, a group that hails from Pennsylvania. Courtney goes, payoff pitch, Colloran, a good hold for ball 4. And that'll give Blake Moore an opportunity to swing it with 2 on and 2 away. Moore wearing number 4, a rising senior out of Keystone High School. 6'3", 185 in stature. Keystone, a really good season. So close in the end to upending the eventual Division V champions in Waynedale. They had him in that game at Munson. Just couldn't close it out in the end and lost 8-7. I'm sure if they get that game back to redo it, they would bite your arm off for that opportunity. And they'll have it again next year. But Keystone still being a competitive team, even post the two-time Lorain County Player of the Year, Brock Miller era. The 0-1, a good take. And we saw him pitch on Wednesday. Again, topping out at around 94 on the mound. Really good stuff altogether. Had some college scouts there for him. And he could easily be heading off to a Division I institution next year. Also partially say that because one of the schools that was there was Youngstown State, which does help. And time will be called here. So a mound visit being used. You do, of course, have one per inning that you don't have to make a pitching change. But I think they just want to make sure that Schrock is in a good state here. You're up by 6, and you don't want to open the door for any silliness, so to speak, from NMC. So they'll take their time here and talk over their strategy going forward. But this group, well coached, and I think they want redemption for last year. I'm sure anybody would. You're in a spot, you look at how that first game is going in the semifinals. The Athletics were winning. They were getting to Escano early. If you play them in the championship, you like your chances. I mean, I think they like their chances against anybody in that bracket. And they end the Reign said, not so fast. You don't get to play the championship round. And I think that will probably sit personally. If not, that might be something they just tell themselves to go out there and get an extra bit of motivation to come out to Ohio and win on a Sunday morning. 3-1, swing and a miss, and we are full. But as expected, the teams that made it this far not having to play 3 games today. I mean, the PA Playmakers had a chance. They had their chances, just couldn't convert. Payoff pitch as the runners go. They will check down. He did not go. It's ball 4. And the bases will be loaded on back-to-back walks, bringing in River Blomquist. How silly can this one get in the first? River does have the power. A lot of power behind his swing. In fact, 101.2 miles per hour were the power behind his swing. Can he get silly? First pitch he'll take for strike 1. Even if it's not the big one, just put the ball in play, get a couple of runs in, chip away at the deficits. If NMC is to win, they're not going to go and score all of them right here. They'll chip away, they'll get back in this game, they'll make it competitive. And they'll go and fight for this win. Most teams, 6-0, you can kind of pack up your chair and go home, but this team, not at all. And I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility to suggest that they have more than enough to come back in this game, because they do. They have the talent to make it happen. The 1-1 Blomquist up the middle. Does it get through into center field? Not quite. Taken in at short. Throw to 1. Not in time. Blomquist will hustle it out for an RBI infield single. He had to gun it down the line. In the end, Courtney does come around, and that'll make it 6-1. But Skeen, almost the play of the day at shorts. If he would have gotten that out at first, then my goodness, you could hear the ESPN jingle. And that ball was destined to go up the middle. And in the end, able to get only 1 on the board. But still, it's 1 run for NMC as that one is fouled back. Lee Grady Cotton stepping in for the first time today. The rising senior, 5'11", 180. Exit velo just under 97 miles per hour. Sitting at 96.7. The 0-1 runs in on the hands. That's one I do not suggest wearing. Especially those hands. That one is going to sting for a long time. And as a catcher, you really can't have that. Schrock's 1-1 will connect for strike 2. Bases loaded, 2 down, bottom of the first inning, 6-1 the Padres on top. And we've already had more scoring in 1 inning than we had in 7 of the last game. Here's the 1-2, fouled back, a good survival cut. After Cotton, we will see Jackson Briggs step in. He'll be followed by Cartwright and Leach at the bottom of the order. A lot of hits all the way around combined. The 1-2 will skip in. So for the Padres, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 singles. So 7 combined singles and 1 home run. 8 combined hits in 1 inning. And with it, 7 combined runs. And that's just so far, which we could be at the end of the inning. We might not be. Here's the 2-2. It skips in and we are full. Schrock needs to be careful here. One more ball and you're looking at a 6-2 ball game. Tying run stepping in Jackson Briggs. Needs to nail this one down. Now, how do the Padres respond and how aggressive are they with their pitching moves? Here's the payoff pitch, and he gets jammed up a high fly ball into right center. And it'll be easily caught by Bucci to end the inning. The 1-run still to score from some hustle on behalf of River Blomquist, but it'll still be a big Padres lead entering the second. Through 1 at Skeeles Field, 6-1 is the 3 seed on top in this championship game. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Well, folks, some not so good news to begin the top of the second inning. There is now a rain cell heading our way at 7:45. So we have about an hour and a half of clean baseball to go here today at Skeeles Field. And again, with it being already kind of dark with the clouds, if this game has to go really past that 8:10, 8:15 mark, I would say, daylight is not a guarantee. That'll definitely be something to keep in mind going forward. It'll be White, Skeen, and Bucci here. 10, 1, and 2 due up. And a swing and a miss to get it going. It'll be Gavin McCune remaining on the mound for NMC as expected. But there is going to be some action in the bullpen for the number 1 seed. Down by 5, a mountain to climb in this game. The 0-1 there. Quickly 0-2, but that action in the bullpen could be vital. Especially if this game does remain where it is and the offense can get it a little bit closer. The 0-2, swing and a miss, 1 up, 1 down. And Gavin McCune will get his first strikeout of the day, bringing us back to the top of the order with Trey Skeen, the shortstop. Skeen with nearly the play of the day. If he could have gotten that ball a little bit quicker over towards first, I mean, that ball should have gotten well past him into center field. Knocked it down in the infield and potentially saved a run. But McCune just continuing to dial it up here. 0-1 the count. Just has to keep it going for as long as he can. until his offense can figure it out. Bunch shown and quickly pulled back. But it's not like this offense can't come out here and score a bunch. Wouldn't be overly surprised if they did. McCune's 1-1. Skeen takes it over towards third and foul. Count quickly 1-2. After Skeen, it goes to Bucci, the center fielder. As for NMC, they'll have Briggs, Cartwright, and Leach, the bottom three of their order, due up in the bottom of the second. The 1-2, it's there. 2 up, 2 down. McCune gets his first 2 strikeouts of the day, back-to-back. This is the response that you need to see out of your pitcher after a rocky start. Of course, there'll be some action to the bullpen, but if he can pitch like this going forward, it's more of a safety blanket than a necessity. The longer McCune goes, the better off this team is if he can pitch like that. If the first inning was a flash in the pan and all the Padres are going to score in this game is 6, NMC is just going to come out here and say challenge accepted. 5 runs to get, average a run an inning. Well, guess what? You're there. You win the game in walk-off fashion. Not that it's that simple, but they can break it down. All it takes is a little bit each inning. And you also need your defense. You absolutely need your defense to keep it at 6 for the Padres. McCune's 1-2, swing and a miss. He will strike out the side. What a response from Gavin McCune. Needed something to go his way this inning, got it done. And his offense will look to respond again in the bottom of the second inning. Score remains 6-1 in downtown Akron in the Kent State and Akron Invite Championship game. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. And MC down by 5. Still some time to work with. But they need some runs here in the bottom of the second inning. A 5-run deficit to make up. But a good defensive answer from Gavin McCune. 3 up, 3 down, 3 punch-outs. And now it turns over to Briggs, Cartwright, and Leach in the bottom of the second. Again, as I said, it's easier said than done, but you score a run per inning, you win this one 7-6. The 1-0, a good hold from Briggs. They will appeal, but really not too much to go off of. Of course, the one that really stings from that first inning was Nieswender's 3-run homer. You get rid of that, it's a 3-1 game. A lot more manageable than 6-1. And you add that home run on top, too. That does change the dynamic going forward. But a 3-0 count here on Briggs. He'll stay patient and take strike 1. Unless you have a dude gunning in from third, I don't think you ever swing at a 3-0 down by 5. Briggs, though, fly ball sent into right field. And this one will be caught. He got there. What a snag in right for out number 1 by DiStefano. He leaned over into the bullpen to grab it, I believe. An excellent play out there. And the 3-1 wasn't a bad pitch to swing at for Briggs. But DiStefano just does it a little bit better. Just looking. No. Okay, he got it just before the bullpen. But still a great catch. Didn't really come off the glove the right way. But still, you'll take it 1 up, 1 down as Chase Cartwright will step in and fouls that one off. 0-1 the count, and, well, there's a pull in the way, but there is action in the bullpen. Can't really tell who that is from this angle. Or show that for that matter. The 0-1 skips on. Okay, that'll be number 32. Beckett Yost is warming up in the pen for the Padres. We talked about his timely hitting back in game number 1 today for the Padres. Now it could be some timely pitching. The 1-1, Cartwright, a good drive into left center field. But Bucci will be there for out number 2. The outfield making some good plays to begin this inning. And with 2 up, 2 down, it'll turn over to Cade Leach, the DH. In the 10th spot here, both teams batting 10. In the 3rd for the Padres, they will turn to DiStefano, Schrock, and Leslie. 3 through 5 coming up. Popped over towards first. An easy one to take care of to close out the inning. Right there to Shelton. And that's a 1-2-3 frame in response from the Padres defense. We now head to the 3rd inning. Score remains 6-1 here in Akron. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Before we get back to the action, another World Cup score update. Somehow, in some way, Cape Verde has scored. 1-0, Cape Verde over Uruguay. Had that on in the background as well while doing this. Look down and randomly see 1-0. Don't know what's more surprising than that or this 6-1 game so far. It's been a wild day at the ballpark just to close it out. Some pedestrian games earlier, but right now we're still in line to have a total of 5 full games. 35 innings of baseball today. Quite a lot. But I mean, this is nothing unusual for these guys. They're used to being around the ballpark this late and this often. I think as well it's a lot more worth it considering the fact that they are fighting for a tournament title. Not just a pool play game randomly 2 hours away from home. The 0-2. A high pop-up from DiStefano over towards second. And it will be caught for out number 1 by Cartwright. Did a nice job backpedaling, got some direction from his teammates. And that made it a little bit easier to catch up to. And that'll bring us to Tanner Schrock, the pitcher. There was some action to the bullpen for the Padres, It was Yost getting warm. Do they make that change next inning? We'll see. But as of right now, Schrock is going to be the pitcher as he takes ball 1. And I think either way, he will stay on as the DH. I mean, I don't think you take 4 hits and a few RBIs. I don't think you take that out of the lineup. The 1-0. Take it for strike 1. The action far now away for NMC. Kind of put that one behind them. McCune, 3 strikeouts last inning, earning some more time. The 1-1 fly ball into right field. It's for McMillan, and he will make the easy snag for out number 2. The outfield has done quite well today for both teams. Again, 2 up, 2 down, 5 up, 5 down since last inning. Expand that a little bit more. 6 up, 6 down since the home run. That loud shot from Nieswender, the last bit of offense that we have seen until now. That ball is put into left center field. Of course, it had to happen right there, as is a 2-out single for Blake Leslie, now 2 for 2 on the day. It was just bound to happen. It was perfect timing from him. And now Levi Isner will step in. An RBI single his first time up. The Padres looking for some extra run support here in the top of the 3rd. Maybe getting back the 1 run they did allow earlier on. Good stop on the plate there from Cotton for ball 1. And you have to think, just looking at where they sit, if they can score a few more runs, they could go for that run rule win, especially in 5. That 8-run metric is not impossible. The 1-0 is lasered into the left field corner, and it is going to be foul. And a good thing that it was, as that easily could have brought in a run. At a minimum, though, extra bases, 2 in scoring position. But it'll sit with a 1-1 count instead. That was the swing. Absolutely got the best part of that baseball with the barrel. If he can adjust, he'll still be in a great spot. McCune's 1-1. This time a high chopper over towards 3rd. Throw across the diamond is in time to Colloran. And the inning is over. No damage done by the Padres in the top of the 3rd. They did get a 2-out single from Leslie, but nothing else going. To the bottom of the 3rd we go at Skeeles Field. Score remains 6-1. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. It is the top of the order coming back up for NMC in the bottom of the 3rd inning, 6-1. It is the Northeast Padres on top of NMC as you are watching KSU and Akron Invite Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. As well, it is worth noting the call to the bullpen has been made here. An interesting move to go to the pen here. We'll see how Bucci can do coming out of it. As a leadoff single to get it going. A good start to the frame for NMC. A nice bit of hitting there from Gray, taking it into right field. And that's a welcome gift to the new pitcher. And this could easily become a bullpen game, which, again, there is action in the pen. I think this is just going to be a bullpen game for the Northeast Padres. And with that in mind, for NMC, you have to keep in mind, the longer the at-bats, the more you can draw things out, the more likely you are to force them to make some changes they don't want to make. If you face the wrong guy, you have to take advantage of it. And right now, for McMillan, his task is getting on base and moving the runner along. The 1-0 will miss inside for ball 2. But it's crazy to think that the 6-run lead early on is not safe. Still plenty of time left. The 2-0 McMillan will take strike 1. But play your cards right, score a couple of big runs, and see where the wind takes you. Especially here. Your leadoff man is on. Score. The 2-1 low for ball 3. After McMillan, you have this really hot zone in your order. Courtney, Colloran, Moore, Blomquist. That 4. Plenty of extra base hits there. And even some home run power. 3-1, McMillan takes it foul down the third base line. And going more towards the dugout then. That true line down outside of the cutout beyond the bullpen. That is still the same action that it was before in the pen. That being Beckett Yost. Full count 3-2. The payoff pitch, McMillan chops it up the middle. This could be 2. They'll flip for the out at 2. Return to 1 is not in time. So it's a fielder's choice for out number 1. McMillan able to leg it out. And it looked like for a second, Gray thought he was safe. But definitely far behind it, as that'll bring in Owen Courtney. 1 for 1 today with a 2-out single back in the first inning. This game did start a little bit late, but about an hour in now. I would say around that 50-minute mark, to be more specific. They're closing in on a really interesting hour of baseball to begin this final game of the day. First pitch to Courtney hangs high for ball 1. I'm sure going forward, this group is going to want to build on what went well this weekend. Of course, you're still 16-2 on the year. But if you fall to 16-3, learn from it. But if you somehow come back and win and improve to 17-2, just keep winning as much as you can. The 1-1 is to the backstop. And it looks like as well, they're going to probably, based on interference, I guess, call McMillan out. So it's 2 down, the bases are cleared. Bucci back to work. Courtney fouls it off. Count now even. In the 4th for the Padres, it'll be Borghese, Nieswender, and Shelton. 7 through 9 due up. Courtney, a good hold there. Again, after Owen Courtney, it turns over to Braden Colloran. NFC needing to find their mojo once again. And that'll help. It's ball 4. So Courtney will reach for the second time in this championship game. And that'll bring us to the Kent State commits. Again, the best exit velo on either roster sitting at 103. Can he get a big swing here? If that's all you take out of this inning, that's still a massive win. First pitch, though, will skip in. A good block behind the plate. But this Padres group has to really understand that this game is far from over as well. You can't take your foot off the gas, especially the offense. Keep scoring as much as you can. The 1-0 is there, evening things up. Even if this is a bullpen game, which it looks like it is going to be, and probably based on who is available, it will be. But you can't go out here and assume 6-1 is enough, or even that's just the 6 runs are enough. You have to go out here and produce. And if you want to do the defensive countdown, you can. You need 12 outs. Can't allow more than 4 runs to win this game the way it stands. Runner goes on the 1-2. Pitch is low. Throw down to second. Not in time. And Owen Courtney was in with a stolen bag. So 1 for 1. Walk. And a stolen base for him. Really solid day at the office for him offensively. The 2-2. Colloran will hold, and we are full. Again, it's Blake Moore in the on-deck circle. River Blomquist in the hole. Colloran shoots this one foul. So once again, we'll see the 3-2 pitch. Right around the fans over there and left as well. Okay, can we get over there? We can get close. Yeah, we can. Down the line, the fans over there getting that gift. The payoff pitch, Colloran pokes it through into center field for a base hit. Courtney will take off from second, gunning for home. The play at the plate is not in time. Colloran goes to second, and he is in there as well. It is a massive RBI single for Braden Colloran. That'll make it 6-2. And on the throw home is able to go and take an extra base for his troubles. Love that on the replay. The fans also got in on it too. But Colloran pieced it perfectly. And now a chance for Moore to bring in a run. It shows how quick this game is going. Now to a 4-run game. If Moore can drive him in here, it's a 3-run game. So on and so forth. That ball skating away, but over towards third. A good decision from Colloran to stay put. You cannot make the third out on the bases here. Absolutely not. Not even really a conversation. The 1-0, swing and a miss. For Gessie, Nieswender, and Shelton. They'll have some work to do coming up in the 4th. Bucci's 1-1 is there for strike 2. You gotta stay aggressive here. Put this ball in play. Take it the other way. You look at all that space between first and second. Try to sneak it through. Instead, it's strike 3 looking. And the inning will end there. A big strikeout for Bucci. Still 1 run scores for NMC, courtesy of Braden Colloran. To the 4th we go. 6-2. NMC starting to fight their way back in it. But only 4 innings left to go here in downtown Akron. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. The call to the bullpen has been made by NMC to begin the top of the 4th inning. An interesting move here. Owen Courtney will come on to pitch from third. And that'll move around some pieces. Briggs will now go and play at third. And it is placed at short. It'll be Jake Rimke. But welcome back to Skeeles Field on the campus of the University of Akron. 6-2 your score. It's a 4-run game as things stand. For NMC, you still have some time to battle back in this game, but the urgency, it has to be here. It has been. They just need to keep it going and continue to claw their way back in the game without giving up any more runs. The 1-0 still not convincing the umpire. 2 solid pitches there from Owen Courtney. Just both not in a good spot on Borghese with Nieswender and Shelton in the on-deck circle on the hole. That time, though, Courtney is able to get his first strike of the outing. It'd be interesting to see how he can do bridging the gap between McCune and potentially somebody else to finish it. Or he could be the guy going forward. 2-1 wide for ball 3. Again for the Padres, all their runs coming back in the first inning. If they win that way, I don't think they'll be as happy as they would be if they would have scored a little more expandedly in this game. But right now, NMC just needs to keep this game where it's at. If you can still find a way to come out and win this game, it'll take a lot. But it has to start with some good defense again. Courtney's payoff pitch, high for ball 4. And that'll put Borghese on with a leadoff walk. So Cole Nieswender, the catcher, will now step in. Flashing back to the first inning. The last bit of offense today for this Padres offense came in the form of a 3-run shot from number 7. And it was a beautiful swing. Courtney's first pitch misses low for ball 1. Now, if you're the Padres, you're still thinking about the potential run rule to make sure that this NMC team can't come back. You need to get up to 10 runs. You need 4 more. And to hold for 2 innings. The 1-0. Did it hit him or the bat first? It appears it came off the bat. So count now even at 1 apiece. This should be a live ball. No, it's not actually. No. I'm confused here. What are they doing? This should be a dead ball. Don't know why he threw down. This is a dead ball. Either it hit him, which yes, if he's walking that way, it makes sense. Either it hit him at A or B. It's a foul ball. It's still a dead ball. The throw is a bit unnecessary. But it'll be 1-1. The counts on Nieswender. Definitely an interesting dynamic here. NMC trying everything and anything they can. And they need, again, another good outing from their defense. Interesting to see McCune pulled. I get he struggled early on in this game, but I don't know if I necessarily would have gone with the move here. Maybe one more inning because he was figuring it out. The 2-1, swing and a miss. Now if Courtney can nail it down and it stays 6-2 entering the bottom of the inning, you won't be complaining. Matter of fact, you really won't be caring who is out there on the mound as long as it stays this way. Courtney's 2-2, perfect. 1 down. His first strikeout of the day, 4th combined for this pitching staff. And to go from a home run the last time you faced him to a strikeout, a big, big improvement for this defense. And now it'll be Shelton stepping in, a pop out to third, his first time up. And that was when Owen Courtney was over at third. Looking ahead now to the bottom of the inning, it'll be Blomquist, Cotton, and Briggs due up. And they'll have some work to do. The 0-1, a nice block behind the plate. I feel like if you can make it 6-4, even 6-5, that's enough pressure on this Padres team. But we'll see what they can muster up in the end. Courtney's 1-1, sails wide. Not really known for his pitching, but tops out at about 86 on the mound, 65 to 66 with the curveball, 70 to 75 with the slider, and between 73 and 75.7 with the changeup. The 2-1 fouled away. Cat now even at 2-2. But he definitely does have some good stuff. But can he show it here? Deuces the count on the first baseman with White in the on-deck circle. Courtney takes his time and now delivers. High, we're full. Needs this out. You can't have 2-on-1 down with this kind of offense. This Padres group has been hungry since the first to get back on the board. Again, they understand that most likely 6 will not be enough. Here's the payoff pitch. Courtney loses them high for ball 4. A great job from Courtney to battle back into the at-bat, but in the end loses it. And now a chance for redemption. Jordan White struck out his first time up. Base hits. It's probably 7-2. But NMC really needs to put their foot in the ground and figure it out. Again, Courtney just as well needs to find the zone. The 2 walks, you can't have that. Can he find his rhythm again? The 1-0, a good drive into left field, still going back, and this one is down for extra bases. At least 1 run will score, and now time is called, as it'll be a ground rule double at least. We're going to see where they put everybody. They're going to send 1 runner back, so it'll just be an RBI double for Jordan White. A really nice swing. Got it to hop the fence now, 7-2. The Padres get their first run going back to the first inning. They needed it. They got the opportunity with the walks, and they took advantage. And now a chance for Skeeles at the top to do some damage. First pitch taken for strike 1. Back to a 5-run game. NMC is still doing a good job keeping it close. But it feels like that swing derailed most of the progress they made. Infield now completely in. The 0-1, Skeen takes it to left field, and it's going to be caught. What a catch out there by Blomqvist. 2 down. That just saved at least 1 run, if not 2. Big difference right now as Bucci will now step in. Needs to do a job here. Flyouts and a strikeout so far. You got to drive in those next 2. Really put this game to rest. Courtney trying to hold it, though, where it's at. Bucci way too much underneath at a fly ball in a right center field. It is Gray. He makes the grab. And only the 1 run will score. A 5-run deficit now for NMC to deal with after the RBI double from Jordan White. But still manageable. At the halfway point, it's the Padres looking good in this championships game. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. We expected it earlier, but now the move has been made by the Padres. It is going to be Beckett Yost coming on to pitch here in the bottom of the 4th inning, trying to keep this one at 7-2. Blomquist's first pitch he sees flown foul down the left field line. And there still is more action in the bullpen for the Padres. Again, a true bullpen game. Everybody and anybody that can pitch is going to come on here and throw as they look to win this game. The 0-1, a good hold from Blomquist. It'll go River, then Cotton and Briggs. 6-8 due up here in the home half of the 4th for the 1 seed. The 1-1 Blomquist, another good hold. One of the youngest players in his class, I believe. Still 16, turning 17 shortly. But he has shown maturity beyond his years. And now a good drive deep to right field and down for extra bases. Blomquist takes the turn, at least once, two, and will slide on in. It's a leadoff double for River Blomquist. He packs a punch. He always does. And NMC is back in business. They needed somebody to come and set the tempo. River does just that. Now 2 for 2 today with an RBI. And we'll see it here. Just a laser beam again. That's the best way to describe a lot of these line drives. Blinking, you'll miss it. And that smooth slide on into seconds. Now Grady Cotton a chance to move him along. And he will take this one down the left field line for extra bases. A perfect swing. Blomquist will score. Cotton is going for second. And he is going to slide on in. NMC turning into some smooth operators here in the 4th. Make it 7-3. Back-to-back doubles. Not too shabby to begin the inning. Don't know if it gets any better than this. And their sarcastic answer is yes, a lead would be better. But they get back the run they gave up. And McKeon will come in and run. So the old pitcher replaces the catcher on the bases. And now it's Jackson Briggs' turn. Will we see another? He'll hold for the first one. But all things considered, this inning can still be a net positive for NMC. Which after we saw that run score in the top, never would have thought it been possible. Grounder over towards short. Throwing over to first base will be in time for out number 1. And McCune, in place of Cotton, will stay put over at second base. I think at a minimum here, you do have to drive him in, though. Win the inning. Make it a 3-run game. And now it's Chase Cartwright stepping in for the second time today. 0-for-1 with a fly out to center field. Yost back to work as that one skims in for ball 1. As well, I do believe that is Isner again behind the plate. A lot of moving pieces here for the Padres. The 1-0 runs way inside for ball 2. Again, their goal is to stay fresh and give it everything they have. And they are giving it more than their best shot. They are firing away. And the 2-0 will be there for strike 1. Little song reference if people are picking up on that one. Don't know if some people will. Who knows? The 2-1 Cartwright fouled down the left field line. Once again, our schedule for this upcoming week is TBD. Still up in the air. Still plenty of decisions to be made. Where will we be? Who do we want to see? I believe Tuesday, odds are we're at BW question mark. As long as the weather looks okay, we'll do a doubleheader there for the WRCL probably. Again, don't want to say it and then not do it. This time, Cartwright straightens it out, and it's caught over at third. Do they get the out at second? No. I genuinely thought that ball was down the line. What a snag at third. It's Tanner Schrock. Another great play to add to his collection. I mean, again, I was about to say, all right, it's 7-4. He did it. Not quite. What a snag. I mean, how did he even get it? I mean, he got up and then some. Now a grounder over towards him again. Throw over to first is in time and the inning is over. But my goodness, Tanner Schrock. What a catch. 1 run does score. but the Padres keep their 4-run lead that they enter the inning with intact heading into the 5th. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Just when you think NMC is right back in it, the Northeast Padres make an amazing play that makes you doubt everything that you've seen so far today. Tanner Schrock was that man in the bottom of the 4th inning. An excellent catch over at third. Without it, it's 7-4 easily, and with that in mind, could be a lot more than 7-4. Could be a lot closer and a lot more manageable for NMC. But instead, 7-3 in the top of the 5th inning. And for this Padres offense, it'll be DeStefano, Schrock, and Leslie. 3 through 5 due up. Owen Courtney does remain on the mound for NMC as he looks to hold it here. And DeStefano takes a load off with that swing. 0-1 the count. When you look at where you are in the order, you do have some room to operate at the top coming up. But that could be their last chance to swing today. You can feel a lot of pressure being put on the 5th inning to be the inning that you put it all together. You'll bring up Gray McMillan, Courtney at a minimum, then Collar and Moore Blomquist. You need those guys again to step up. You got on to Cotton, who doubled as well. Top 7, that's where it has to happen. Just based on what we've seen today. The 0-2, a good drive into right field, still going back, and it's going to be down for extra bases. McMillan can't get there in time. DeStefano cruises to second, and the doubles continue for both teams. It's back-to-back half innings with a leadoff double. DeStefano now 1 for 3 on the day, but that swing had plenty of carry behind it. Used every bit of his power just to continue moving that one forward. Shoots at 100 off the bat typically. And you can just see that power and what it does. So now Tanner Schrock will step in. What more can number 11 do to further his case for player of this tournament? If anything. You talk about an incredible player. The rising senior out of Upper St. Clair High School. 6'4", 190. Near a 100 exit velo. 4.5 GPA. He is going to, in my opinion, go D1. I think he has the tools and every ability. Fly ball more shallow into right field, and it gets down. Another base hit for Tanner Schrock. Now 2 for 3 in this game. So I believe that is his 5th hit across 2 games. I think overall 5 for 7. With those measurables in line for the win on the mound. What more do you want? Again, I don't really think there's anything new that he could show. And we wouldn't be surprised. And now it's Leslie's turn to try and restore a larger advantage. He's going to go, and there is no throw. So an easy base over at second base for Tanner Schrock. But Leslie is 2 for 2. This is where you make that push to try and put this game out of reach again, which you felt like you've already done already. The 0-1 Leslie will hold. Infield is in. NMC knows they have to cut off a run at the plate if it comes to it. Easier said than done. This whole entire game has been easier said than done. They dug themselves that big hole early and haven't been able to get out. The 1-1 connects for strike 2. I mean, everybody is in here on the edge of the grass. I thought for a second left field came in. Everybody knows that that play has to be at home. DeStefano has to understand that as well at third. He cannot risk it. If it's too close, don't do it. The 1-2, Leslie will stay alive. The worst thing right now for this defense would be a line drive. Line drive, it is going to be at least 8-3. And again, looking at what we saw on the radar, you have about 40-ish minutes potentially before it starts to get a little rainy. Here's the 1-2 from Courtney. High for ball 2. We'll check it again, of course, just to make sure nothing has changed or it's coming sooner. Been cloudy all day, so that changes literally nothing. And it looks like for now they have backed it off, which is good, but it's still coming. Now more towards 8:20, 8:30, which we should be done. Here's Courtney's 2-2. Leslie stays alive again. A great battle here. And just a great game altogether for the Northeast Padres. They have been outstanding. Their offense has really put together a good day. 6 in game 1, 7 in game 2. Outscoring their opponents today 13-2. About as good as it gets for them. Again, the 2-2. Leslie pops it up. Could be playable. And it's going to be dropping. And I think that may have been a business decision there for Colorado. It was close, yes, but if you're not in a spot that you can go throw home, you're kind of defeating the purpose of the infield being in. Not to go and bring it up to Walsh Jesuit fans, but you go back to last season in 2025 at Munson. You catch that ball in right field, you have to know somebody's at third about to tag up and score. And that's how their season ended. It was heartbreaking, yes, but it's been a big teacher across Northeast Ohio. You can't have that happen. Again, the 2-2. Courtney misses this time, and we are full. After Leslie, it goes to Isner. 2 on, none down. Can the Padres get their big inning again? Courtney's payoff pitch, a good hold for ball 4, and the bases are loaded. I think for NMC, this is going to be their last pitcher. I don't know if they have anybody else left that they can use. And if this one does begin to get out of hand, would you make another change? I don't know if you do. You don't want to draw your line in the sand quite yet. But they come out here and hit, you want to save everybody that you can to make sure that they're not coming off limited rest heading into your next tournaments. But as of right now, it's the Northeast Padres. Their game to control. It has been since the first. And they have controlled it quite well. You have to give them all the credit in the world for how they've played. Good hitting. Of course, Nieswender with that big 3-run homer. That's going to be the flashy play that we talk about from this game. But every piece of this matters. Everybody played their part. It's kind of what I said going back to the last game. I expected everybody to be a team player again. That's how this offense is built. And this offense is nearly unstoppable. The 0-1, and there for strike 2. After Isner goes to Borgassi and then Nieswender again. But can NMC make a stand? Courtney's 0-2. It's there for strike 3 looking. That'll make this one interesting. 1 down now in the top of the 5th. He will get his second strikeout of the day. And now with the chance for the third baseman, or former third baseman at this point. And now it'll be Yost coming in his place anyway. Still, your play is at the plate. If you can get a double play ball, you get it. But 9 times out of 10, you go home with it, and then you go somewhere else. And a nice stop behind the plate from Cotton. That just saved a run. Of course, catchers have so much value, but every single time you block that ball, you save a run. It's just as good as bringing one in. Or so they told us, to try and get us to play better. The 1-0, Yost, a poker foul. Didn't get much of it, but enough to put it in a dangerous spot if it was fair. Definitely was close. But you look at this 1-1 count. You still need that ground ball. You still need that, but fair. And maybe a little bit harder. And you'll find what you need. Yost, a good hold on the 1-1. Had that big 2 RBI triple in the last game. Coming in 5'8", 140. 4.4 GPA. One of the smartest players on this team. Up there with Schrock. Courtney's 2-1. Misses low for ball 3. And he has backed himself into a corner. It has to be a strike. They can't walk in a run here. You need the zone. Yost is expecting it in the zone. Most dangerous pitch potentially today. Courtney's 3-1. He has it. A little bit lower maybe than he would have desired in the zone, but we are full. Can Beckett Yost give a little bit more to this Padres offense? Or can Owen Courtney get a massive second out? Here's the payoff pitch. Yost, a line drive into left field and down. At least one will score. Here comes number 2, and he has done it again. It's a 2 RBI single for Beckett Yost, and that'll make it 9-3 Northeast Padres. He just continues to step up. In the clutch moments, number 32, he is always there. Now a 6-run game. Still 1 down. What a time for this Padre offense. Tied biggest lead of the game. You would have expected it coming in, but NMC, they fought. They got back within a few. But the Padres, with a swing like that, they're ready to say, it's our night. And they don't want to share their night with anybody else. Naiswinder so far today, 1 for 2 with a 3-run homer and a strikeout. Definitely a big contrast between the pair. Can he do some extra damage and bring in a 4th RBI today? Courtney's 0-2. Again, a good swing. So we will see it again. As well, make sure you do stick with us after our final commercial break once this game is over, as we will announce our player of the game presented by CrossFit Strongsville. And that'll wrap up what has been a very eventful day here at Skeeles Field on the campus of the University of Akron. Again, Courtney's 0-2. Swing and a miss. A big strikeout for Owen. His 3rd today. 2 down. Again, if 2 more runs score here, NMC would have to score to bring the game into the 6th. We're close to that run rule. This Padres team wants it. Again, they have a sizable drive home. Beyond the fact that you're simply winning, they have that motivation. Get home at a reasonable hour. And Owen Courtney trying to keep it where it is and get the top of the offense, which I said again, is their best chance to come back in this game. A chance to do their thing and go out for a historic inning. And they would need it to be pretty much a historic inning. But it's possible. Courtney's 0-1 is wide. But just all things considered, this Padres team, they've impressed. They came out here looking to show everything that they possibly could. And they did. In impressive fashion. Good hole, as that one will go to the backstop. The run rule inducing run now in scoring position, albeit at the end of the inning. Shelton, a walk and a pop out for him today. After him, it goes to Jordan White, who hit a RBI double his last time up. Can the Padres force NMC's hand? Oh, and Courtney getting back to work, sets and delivers. It's a good drive into right field and down. At least one run will score. Run number 11 is coming around. The play at the plate. It is in time. It'll be 10-3 going into the bottom of the fifth. The Padres cannot win it after 5. That is a game-saving throw from McMillan in right. But still, Shelton has done his job. An RBI single. Another big inning for this Padres offense. Up 10-3. Their biggest lead of the game. In control by 7 here in Akron. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Top of the order duo for NMC in the bottom of the 5th inning of this championship game. They fought to be in a spot where this game will not end after 5. It'll be Yo still on the mound for the Padres. But the right fielder McMillan got them here. They need to prove once again that they belong. The 1-0 fly ball sent into left center field. And this one is going to be caught in the end. I mean, it's a yard sale out there and left. We'll watch it back on the replay. You got to have better communication out there. That could have easily ended horribly. But I believe that'll go down as an F8. I do think that was Skeen out in center who got there first. We'll watch it back just to make sure. I mean, they both have it, and boom. Some hats and some glasses go away, but a good catch nonetheless. You got to be more careful than that, though. Even though you're up by 7, still, take care of the little things. You never know. If that ball gets down, that could be the snowball that falls and the dominoes fall in place, and all of a sudden, look at it. Different game. Of course, a lot of ifs and maybes in there, but you never know. There's always a butterfly effect in baseball. Always one move or one thing that happens. Same just in general in sports. One thing happens and everything else goes different. The 2-0 McMillan. Hello. That's a warning shot to his head coach. Maybe not the best idea. But a 2-1 count nonetheless. Good to see coach is okay as he is standing way out of the way now. Trying to see where he is. He's so hidden you really can't even see him. Well, there he is. We found coach. He's back. Walking down the line now a little bit. The 2-1 McMillan pushes one into left field. Straightens it out this time for a 1-out single. An excellent piece of hitting there from Aiden McMillan. And that'll bring us to Owen Courtney, the pitcher. A walk and a single for him today has reached both times. And wants to keep that going here. Wants to give himself some breathing room on the mound. This defense, they don't want to shut down this NMC offense once again. But NMC needs to come out here and figure it out, which, again, you have 8 outs to play with. You're down by 7. Not an ideal spot, but you can manage. Even if not, take this as free reps. Go out here and show what you can do. Courtney, sharp grounder over towards third. Flick on over to 2 for 1. The return to 1. He got him. It's a 5-4-3 double play. Just when you think they've done enough, the Padres again step up and get another massive play. Impressive all the way around for this group. A 5-4-3 double play this time. And it'll remain 10-3 as we enter the 6th. All things considered, a great performance today. We headed the 6th. The Padres, they need one to force the run rule at the bottom of the inning. They look for it when we return. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. To the penultimate inning of the day we go. The 34th inning of baseball that we have seen all together today at Skeeles Field. It has been, again, a marathon, not a sprint. Not just today, but this week. 15th and final broadcast over the past 7 days for us here at SmeeSports. Had the last 2 days off, but still we have had a number of great games. We'll take off tomorrow. We'll recuperate. We'll probably hibernate for about a day and a half, and then we're back to work on Tuesday, most likely over at BW. That's just kind of how the summer goes. A lot of games, a lot of different areas, a lot of travel. And hopefully by the time I'm traveling next, my car won't sound like it's trying to go to Mars. Less than ideal. But for the Padres, it is White, Skeen, and Bucci do up this inning. 10-1-2. Courtney taking his time here before the 2-0. Missing low that time for ball 3. Now, if the Padres score and NMC fails to this inning, the game would be done in 6. Which I'm sure this NMC group would not, this Padres group would not mind. Sharp grounder over towards third. A nice scoop over there. Throw to 1 is on the money. But if this game does extend, this NMC team has to have a little pep in their step and know, okay, we have 6 outs to play with. We're still here. We're fighting for a reason. What a rally that would be if they can figure it out. Which, again, I thought earlier they were going to figure it out. They still have time. They do. They just need a little bit more. And as for their offense, you'll have Colleran, Moore, and Blomquist. It'll be the middle of that top-heavy top 7. But going forward, a couple of other guys will have to step up if this comeback is to materialize. The 0-1, a fly ball just to the edge of the infield and caught it short for out number 2. Nothing too crazy there for Jake Rimke, but in the end, able to make his play. And with 2 away, that'll bring us over to Bucci. So 2 up, 2 down. And we are 1 out away from confirming 5 full games today with no run rules. Sharp grounder over towards right field, and that's a 2-out single. Right to McMillan and right, but a strong swing from Brad. His first base hit of the day bring us to Tanner DiStefano. A double his last time up, along with a pop out and a ground out. Again, if the Padres are to win this one in 6, they would have to close it out here with 1 run and then allow nothing in the bottom half of the frame. We're just going to go here. Pitch is there. Throw down is not in time. Not a bad throw down to the bag, as I do believe that was ball 1. But run rule inducing run now in scoring position. And even beyond that, I believe the the time limit is expanded for the championship. Even with that, we are nearing the 2-hour mark. Courtney, a good delivery on that offering. Again, even if it means nothing in the end, get some good pitches on display, work through this, figure it out, get some good reps, and you take this one on the chin and you return next week to try and get the best of your opponents. You'll end this tournament 5-1 if this result holds. It's not a bad tournament. What a swing there from DiStefano. Nearly had what he was looking for, but still can't find it. But if you would offer 99% of teams 5-1 in a tournament, they will take it. And 16-3 to start the season, even more so they'll take it. Just shows how incredible they have been to start this season. Can Courtney, though, get out of the inning? The 1-2, foul back. So we're going to do it one more time. Time locally 7:24 p.m. Again, in a few moments left to go. And check to make sure that Mother Nature has decided to hopefully allow us to play baseball in peace for a little bit longer. Fingers crossed. Courtney's 1-2 will skip in. And again, if we do get to that point, honestly, NMC might be hoping for the rain. If it's going to cause that many mistakes, they might hope for it at this point. Looking 8:30, they're saying, which is about what we saw earlier. Upon adjustment, of course. The 2-2. Ooh, close from Courtney. Not going to get the nod. And looking at the light, I mean, we still do have some daylight. It's not like we're in that bad of a spot that we're not going to be able to close out the game. But definitely darker than most 7 o'clocks at this point in the year, which is one of the longest days, if not the longest day of the calendar year. Full count 3-2. Payoff here is low for ball 4. So DiStefano will continue the inning as Tanner Schrock will now step in. Excellent resolve again from these Padres. But if they walk out of here with this championship, job well done today. And I think as well that does provide some vindication for last year, which again they did not get to complete. Missed out on their chance to go and went through the bracket, which again, they were the lower seed in both games today. Just because of one game going awry yesterday. They took it on the chin, lost by 5, 11-6. Came out and competed today. And they competed so well. 16-3 right now. Their score across both games. After allowing 11 and 1. Courtney taking his time before the 1-1. A good stop behind the plates. But you can just feel the energy really gone. Somebody needs to bring it back. Obviously, I think the Padres more likely of the two to do it. The 2-1 will skip away from the catcher here. And the run rule inducing run now 90 feet away. Of course, if that run does score, NMC would have to respond. If not, they lose in 6. Still a chance though for Courtney to battle out of this at-bat. The 3-1 is there, and we are full. So another chance here for Owen Courtney to get out of the inning and confirm that we will play the full 7. Full count 3-2. Can Courtney step up again? The payoff pitch fouled away. So again, we'll do it. That ball got in that dugout in a hurry there. It appears everybody is okay, though, which is, of course, the number one priority. Count still sits at 3-2. Courtney's payoff pitch. Hit him. Bases loaded now. Schrock gets the knock. And now it's 2 for 2. Blake Leslie stepping in. Leslie again, 2 singles and then a walk his 3rd time up. So 4th total plate appearance today. Leslie looking for this pivotal 11th run. And there it nearly was, but a good stop again behind the plates. It is still, I believe, Cotton behind the dish for NMC. He's had a lot of nice blocks in this inning. The 1-0 swing and a miss. Had the offering, just couldn't connect, and we were even 1-1. But the biggest lead of the day, 7 for the Padres. And right now they're down to their final strike of the inning. Can NMC expand this one to a full game? Courtney's 1-2. Fly ball sent into left center. Easily there. An easy put out for Gray. And indeed, barring the time limit, we will see the full 7 played. With that in mind, how does this NMC offense respond? They have 6 outs to play with. They need 7 when we return to Skeeles Field. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Before getting back to the action here, a final score from Schoonover Stadium. We saw Press on Athletics earlier on today, but a heartbreaking result in their championship game. 2-1 the final. OSF 16U has won the 16U Elite Midwest Classic. Great result for them. Congratulations to them. The 6th seed, who in this tournament wouldn't have even made it to bracket play, went all the way to the championship game and nearly won it, knocking out the other NMC Karavik team on the way in the semifinals. She shows how impressive their run truly was. But for this NMC Karavik team, down by 7, they need a lot to go their way, but it has to start here. Colleran, Moore, Blomquist, 4 through 6 due up. Do they have some insane heroics behind them? Colleran, a good drive, deep to center field, still going back, but tracked down and caught for out number 1. Hit it a little bit more behind it. In the end, didn't get it. The magic number now 5 for the Padres. Still a good swing from Colleran. Had the right idea. Just could not beat the center fielder, and with one away, Blake Moore will step in. A walk and a strikeout looking for him so far. And on the second pitch of the inning, another ball played to center. And another one caught. 2 up, 2 down. Solid work out there for Trey Skeen. Now Blomquist will step in the magic number up to 4 for the Padres. I think for Blomquist, he doesn't want this to be a 1-2-3, 1-2-3 inning. Will he swing here? He will, but fouls it away and he loses his bat. I was about to say, if we found a way to have a 3-pitch inning, that would be quite impressive. But I think the bat flip, or in this case, the bat flying out of his hands will do. As for the Padres, it is Isner, Borghese, and Nieswender due up when we return. 6, 7, and 8 in the top of the 7th inning. The 0-1, Blomquist, a good rip into right field and through. A 2-out base knock there for River Blomquist. And that'll keep the inning going. 4 pitches, 4 swings, 4 pieces of contact. And here comes Grady Cotton, the catcher. But you can just feel that first inning. You get rid of it, it's a different ball game. It's a really good game. The start just didn't go the way it was planned for NMC. And that's why they're in the spot here. Another swing, hard grounder over towards third, and the inning is over. A total of 5 pitches, all of which swung on. And in the end, the Padres are now 3 outs away from closing out this game and winning the Kent State and Akron invites. We'll watch it back on the replay. Another nice play over at third base. Right now for the Padres, it is simple. Just stay par for the course. Keep making your plays defensively, and you will walk out of here as champions. To the 7th inning we go. One last offensive run for the Padres. Up by 7, in control in downtown Akron. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. The call to the bullpen has been made by NMC in the top of the 7th inning. It is going to be Chase Cartwright coming on to try and get the 3 final outs needed to bring us into the home half of the 7th inning. As for the Padres, they'll bring up Isner, Borghese, and Nieswender here. 6-8 due up as you are watching KSU/Akron Invite Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Another really long day at the ballpark here, but a fun day. As now we are right now a few moments away from crowning ourselves a champion. First pitch swung on and high, pop up over towards first. And it will be easily caught for out number 1. A nice play there from Braden Callaran. I think both teams have just kind of, in unison, decided to go swing away. And see what happens from there, as now we are a good ways away from the last pitch that we saw that was not swung at. Just had to say it. But the entire bottom of the 6th inning, 5 pitches, 5 swings, 5 pieces of contact. It was 6 in a row until that take ruins it. The 0-1 skips in. And the funny thing is, that'd have been a good pitch to swing at. Borghese so far today, or I believe in his spot, it's still going to be Yost. A 2 RBI single, his first time up in this game, which, indeed, it'll be Yost. But he has been a really good plug-and-play guy. That time, swings and misses at the 2-1. Kind of now even at 2 apiece. The on-deck circle, it is going to be the catcher, or former catcher now, Nieswender. Again, who had that 3-run homer back in the first. Ooh. I mean, that one was really close. I don't understand in a game like this that's not called. I think it's at the point where that zone is expanded. Payoff pitch here. Yost takes it over towards first. Callaran is there, and he will make the play for out number 2. Nice bit of hustle there from Braden Callaran again, as this has been his inning so far. So 2 up, 2 down. Nieswender wanting one more big swing today. Will he do something with it? Who knows? But he will take this day and then some based on how he's played. Woo. First pitch he takes for a strike. Again, that's what I think this late in the game most people just swing at. Not for the sake of swinging, but because that pitch was easily hittable. Just like this one. Fly ball into left field and down. It'll be at least one more base. He's going to go for 2. Will he get there? The answer is yes, as a throw on through. So it'll be a stop-and-go double for Nieswender as his great day continues. That'll be the last word that he puts in this game. But it's one that he'll take. At least a single, just depends on how they want to score it. Base is the base hit for him. Good contact, drops it down in the breadbasket. And a chance for Shelton to move him along. The lefty an RBI single his last time up, looking for maybe another one here. Has contact there, but fouls it right back. And now 7:40. I'm looking at the computer. We have been at least in a spot to stream for the past 11 hours and 47 minutes now, nearing 12 hours of OBS running continually. The 0-1 is there. And there's a good chance that we do get to that 12-hour mark. Just shows how long of a day it's been. 5 games, 12 hours. Sounds about right. Cartwright 0-2. Did he go? The answer is yes. The side is retired. Chase Cartwright will get the strikeout, and that'll bring us to the bottom of the 7th inning. Last chance for NMC when we return. It's the Padres dominating up 10-3 on NMC. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com
or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
The Northeast Padres looking to close this one out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. They have done the heavy lifting. They have done everything right today. Up 10-3, a 7-run advantage. They just need a few more outs to dot their I's and cross their T's, so to speak, in this Kent State and Akron invite. First pitch high and into Jackson Briggs. It'll be Briggs, Cartwright, and Leach, the bottom three due up for NMC. As it looks to get a few runners on here to potentially do something, at least putting some runs on the board here to close it out. Briggs does get jammed up, though, over towards first. One up, one down. A simple put out there by the first baseman, Shelton. And now the magic number becomes 2 for this Padres defense. And again, stick with us after our final commercial break once this game is over, as we will announce our player of the game presented by CrossFit Strongsville. But this Padres team has, by every stretch of the imagination, earned this win. They dominated from the start. They have looked like the better team. That 6-run first inning. That's the reason why this group is winning. Even without it, they would still win this game. It shows how good they have been start to finish. And that is very commendable. Cartwright fly ball into center field. And tracked down for out number 2. And just like that, the magic number is now 1 as Skeen easily finds that one. So Cade Leach, the last line of offense for this NMC team, as he will try to bring it back to the top. But this Padres team, again, they had the chance last year. They weren't able to play in the bracket due to the storms. It canceled the rest of the tournament. But this year, they get to play in the brackets. And they got to show both Kent and Akron why they were invited and why they are the best. And beyond it, why Pennsylvania is the best. This wasn't just a battle for a championship. This was a battle for a state. And PA has come across the border. And they have not looked back. Yost 1 strike away from getting it done. 0-2 the count on Leach. This is his chance to close it out on his terms, on the Padres' terms. 0-2 the count on Leach. Can Yost close it out here? Not quite. And I think there are a lot of baffled looks on that one. It'll be ball 1. Yeah, I think for a second there, he kind of gave a little chuckle. But now back to business. The 1-2 skips in. Count now even. Again, if Leach does his job, Zach Gray would step in for the 4th time in this game. I think he is trying to avoid that. The 2-2. Again. Not going to get the nod. 2 really good takes here from Leach, and we are full. I have the umps still have another inning or 2 in them. They're not ready to be done. And another good swing. But the Padres, they'll improve to 6-3 on the year. NMC dropping to 16-3. 2 really good teams to look at going forward this season. Still plenty of time left. Again, the payoff pitch. It's high for ball 4. Does he go for a second base here? I don't think he does. But a good little trot down the line just to keep it interesting. So now Zach Gray will go back. 1 for 3 so far. Looking to do a little bit more as this will be his last at bat of the game, barring any really crazy events happening. And beyond crazy, I think even given the light, it would take more than the daylight to change this game. Fly ball into center field, and it's going to be a web gem to close it out. What a catch from Trey Skeeles. And it is the Northeast Padres getting the win 10-3. And a year after being denied bracket play due to weather, they will win the Kent State and Akron invites. Poetic justice for this group. They wanted it here, coming across state lines. And Trey Skeeles with the web gem to end it. A great snag, a great game altogether for the Padres. They earned this one. They deserve it. And they will be heading home with the hardware. 10-3 your final. When we return, we will announce our player of the game presented by CrossFit Strongsville as you are watching Kent State and Akron Invite Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Welcome back to Skeeles Field on the campus of the University of Akron. 10-3 your final. A great win of the championship game for the Northeast Padres as they will be your second Kent State and Akron Invite champion of the year. Your player of the game presented by CrossFit Strongsville will be Cole Nieswender. Home run early, double later in the game. Altogether a great performance top to bottom for this Padres group. But the home run again, it's the flashy play. It's the one that will be remembered. And it was the catalyst for this group going forward. They get the win. And I'm sure in the process, coming across state lines, they turn a couple of heads here at Akron and at Kent State. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and TikTok, SmeeSports LLC on Facebook and LinkedIn, and SmeeFist 2024 on Twitter. As well, go down below and subscribe. While there is no added cost, it greatly helps out all that we do here at SmeeSports as we cover the best of the Cleveland and Stark County areas. Once again, we will have some games coming up this week. We will announce that once we feel confident with our schedule. Of course, the weather is ever changing. We don't want to say we're doing a game and have the weather change at the last minute like it happens so many times. So we're trying to be more cautious with it as the weather has been so crazy this June, a lot different than last year. But we'll still have games coming up, so make sure, even if you don't see an announcement on YouTube, or other, if you don't see an announcement on social media, check YouTube. And if not on YouTube, just kind of know what days we do games. Unless there is a bad storm coming Sunday, we'll have games Sunday somewhere, probably Kent State. But of course, stay with us on social media. That is the easiest way and the quickest way to find out where we are and what games we are doing. Once again, thank you to Akron for allowing us to use their press box. As always, it's a fun time here at Skeeles Field. And on top of that, happy Father's Day to all the fathers listening. And a special shout out to my dad, David, at home. People mistake him for the brains of the operation, which is quite fair. He is the brains of the operation, so to speak, as every piece of equipment that I have in front of me either A, at one point belonged to him, which he knows which pieces are his, and he knows that they have been replaced or he's not getting them back, or B, he has recommended / has pretty much researched and found for us. The only exceptions would be my phone, which, even though he still found that, it's not technically a piece of equipment, and my $20 10-foot Meyer cables, which was my find, and I'll give myself credit. I'm 1 for 1 in that department. But he is the brain of the operations, the replays that the people love at home, Stream Deck, all of the fun things that you see, including the graphic scoreboard. Those are all his creations. So a massive shout out to him. We'll get him out at some point. I know it's kind of fitting when we go to some games at certain locations and they ask where he is, not where I am when I'm there. It's fitting, but happy Father's Day to him. Able to spend the day with him yesterday, which is why we didn't have any games. Well worth it. It was fun. didn't get to go look at the falls, but we'll have another opportunity to do so at some other points. Always a fun time, and as the summer goes on, we'll have a lot more games here and a lot more ways to appreciate him and all of his great innovations, whether it be here for SmeeSports or what now seems to be in a past life, Holy Name Broadcasting. And as well, would be remiss if I did not mention my grandfather Tony and my late grandfather Nick, who are as well great grandfather figures, going back, of course, many years from my grandpa Nick, who is my dad's dad. I always think of him when I make a joke or two and the comparison there, but it's a good time. Not a sad time to go back and reminisce. Don't have too many memories of him, unfortunately, but it's a good time of reflection on these holidays. Mother's Day, Father's Day, to go and think of all the people that are still in your life that meant a lot to you in that mother, grandmother, father, grandfather role, and of course the ones who have gone before us. To think of them and honor them on this day as well, as we commemorate all they did, as without them, going back generation upon generation, we would not be where we are today, and we are exactly where we should be. A new week is coming. Father's Day has been celebrated, and I'm sure the Northeast Padres will be the happiest bunch today. They watched their sons come out here and get a big win, 10-3 over NMC to wrap up this year's second Kent State and Akron invite here in downtown Akron. But I am Nathan Smee saying so long from Skeeles Field, and we will see you again next time. Time to pack up to try and beat the rain getting out of here at Akron. So best of luck to me in that department, as you have been watching the Kent State and Akron invite on the SmeeSports YouTube channel in partnership with the 965 Midwest Challenge. Thank you all as always for tuning in, whether it be for only one game today or for all of them. And as well, I mentioned it earlier, we have officially hit the 12-hour mark of streaming. Great day altogether, but thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you again next time. 15 games in 1 week was a lot. Time to go hibernate for me. We'll see you later this week.